All right, please can you confirm if you can see my screen and if you can hear me at the same time?
Yes, I can see. Busari, is it possible to record the session or?
Yes, please, Sherry, please could.
Yeah, the recording has started. Apologies for that. I was supposed to start the recording earlier, but it has already started now. So thanks for that.
Okay, awesome. So we're just going to jump right into it. Thank you, Sherry, for giving us an introduction of what DUG Lagos is about and how we are in on improving career pathways for other techies like us as well. So you're welcome. I'm just going to jump right into it. Excuse me. All right, so I mentioned earlier, we are actually going to learn how to insert slices, bookmarks, and buttons in a Power BI report. For today's training, I'm going to be assisted by Mrs. Toby Lolba practicing. So Toby, hello, please confirm if you can hear me as well. Hello, Toby. Sharif, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You can just go ahead. I think she's trying to sort some things out there.
Okay, all right. So I'm just going to jump into it. It's very short about me, just to bring.
Joan, I think you're not audible. Is it just me? I can't hear you again.
Joan, you are muted. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes,
Awesome.
it's perfect.
Awesome. I'm just going to change it. I have another one.
Sure.
All right, awesome. So I mentioned, just a short about me. I mentioned that I'm a data and tech enthusiast and a storyteller, a Microsoft certified trainer, a DUG Lagos executive. I love Power Platform and anything Power Platform. I'm a lover of creative arts. I support the green economy. So yes, I'm a sustainability advocate. And the last but not the least, I'm a dog mom. And as animal lovers will always behave, yes, I have a picture of me and my Maki up here. Yeah. The last training we had, my thing is kind of hanging. I don't know why. Okay, so in the last training we had, the physical training we had in Lagos, that was last November 2023, we had already worked with the data set already, right? And we had people that attended that session, and I believe some of them might be here as well. So I just want to use that same data set to walk through, so that you can just catch up as well. But it's a very easy to understand data set, and even the visualization is also easy as well. So it's a US Superstore data set I sourced from Kaggle. So from this data, We analyzed the sales and profit of the US superstores from the year 2014 into 2018. So we actually generated and developed 2 reports, a sales analysis and a profit analysis. However, right now we added, of course, a report overview. So we're just going to jump right into the hands-on activities. Okay. So for the hands-on activities today, we are going to be taking on how to insert and sync a slicer visual. The second point is also how to insert and configure bookmarks. And the third point is how to insert and configure buttons. So slicers, this is what a slicer looks like. I'm going to go into my Power BI right now. I hope you can see my screen. Please confirm if you can see my screen, my Power BI screen.
Yes, I can.
Yes. So in the last session we actually treated the Power BI interface and what it's about. We talked about the different views, the report view, which is what I'm on right now. We talked about the data view, and we also talked about the model view. Yes. And we also mentioned that in Power BI, we have different panes. We have the Canvas, the report pane, and we also have the data pane. We also added that we have different tabs. We have the file tab, we have the home tab where you can get your data and source your data from. You can decide to transform your data even through this means, get more visuals and even publish here. We talked about the insert pane, which we'll be using a lot, for this particular training, where we can actually get buttons, shapes, images from the net or from the web, and also integrate it all together. And we talked about the model view and the model tab, and the view tab also. We're going to be using this view tab a lot for this session, so just watch out. And the optimize tab and the help tab. If you need to ask questions, if you need to have guided learning and training videos, documentation, support from Microsoft and everything. So we'll just jump right in. So in the visualization pane, we have various visualizations here. And if you're a Power BI newbie, all you need to do is just hover. You can take your mouse and just hover, and you see the kind of visual you want to use for your data to actually present your data. Over here, we have the stack bar, we have different bar charts, we have the line charts, to show time. We have the scatter chart, we have the maps as well, different charts. So we also have the slicer here. So we're going to actually be treating the slicer visual at this point. So this is the slicer visual. What you just need to do is just click on the slicer visual. I'm just going to give a very quick example here. So this is the sales performance dashboard we generated the last time. And we already have a slicer here, which is the order date slicer. Now we're going to bring in another slicer and we're going to sync this slicer. So all you need to do is just click on a vacant or an empty space on your report canvas. Excuse me, I double click. You just make sure you up once and you click on it. So a slicer appears here. And then I always enjoy, or I always like to arrange my visual, properly, just to give it a very clean and detailed look. It's great that if you have to present your data, to your company, it's great that you have a very clean visual. So yes, just do that here. And we have our fields area here. And today what we just want to do for the slicer is to see how we can show the regions for the US, for the products we have. Of course, it's a US superstore, which actually deals on various office equipment, office products. So we just want to know the region that is doing great so we can select, okay, let's know which region is doing great or not. So all you need to do is just drag this region variable here into the field name. And as you can see, it appears here, very clear. What is great also, if you can just adjust it, as I said earlier, and make it look good. So what you just need to do is go to your format visual, you click on it, you go to your slicer settings, and you go to your options and slicer style. So the particular style we have here now is the vertical list style. Usually you can decide to use the tile, you can decide to use the drop down. I usually like to use the drop down because I feel it looks cleaner. I mentioned earlier, so I use the drop down here. So if you just click on the drop down here, you can see central US, east part of US, southern US, and western US. I'm just going to make little adjustments here, just to make it look good. I'll go to effects here. I can choose to put a visual border, depends on the company colors we're working with, but I will just put a shadow here. So that's awesome. So what we've done now is that we've inserted our slicer, but we need to sync our slicer. So how do we actually sync our slicer? Very easy peasy. The amazing thing about Power BI is that Power BI somehow takes all data and allows you, as a data analyst, coding. Yeah, just go right into view. Yes. So in the view tab here, remember I told you we're going to be working with the view tab a lot, the view and insert tab here. So if you just go to the last icon here, you see sync slices. You just click on it. And if you notice, something actually appeared. And the amazing thing about Power BI too is that Power BI gives you the opportunity, like if you just click on something, you can easily just read through and understand it. So you said here, you can add and sync slices with all pages or with specific pages. Right now, we put our region slicer in our sales analysis page. So we can choose to actually sync it through the profit analysis page and the overview page, which is what I'm just going to show you right now. All you need to do is just check this out. You can see the page name and all the pages we have here. We have our title page, we have our sales analysis page, we have our profit analysis page, and we have our overview page. Now, there's an eye symbol here, like a vision. I mean, you know the symbol of the eyes, right? And that means that if you click on it, if I click on this right now, this same region slicer appears in my profit analysis page. I'm just going to show you quickly. As you can see, this is it here. But for us to actually have a very, very, very nice and user-friendly looking visual, it's great if we actually remove hide this from here. Why? So if we click on it here, we can see how if you click on it on the sales analysis page, we'll see how we can sync it all through. So what do you do? Go back, click on the region slicer, go to advanced options, and enter a group name to sync. So I'm just going to type in here region. And I'm going to sync the field changes to all other slices. Okay. And then click on the overview page. Amazing. I'm going to hide this from the overview page as well. Awesome. So let's just see how it works right now. So looking at this, let's say we want to see how well the eastern part of the US has been doing over time. If we click on East here, if you notice our visuals changed in the sales analysis page. And it also changed in the profit analysis page as well. So it's very easy when presenting to top management and they ask the question, hey, how are we doing in Eastern US? What is it like? Where should we invest? What should we invest in more? What was our total profit? All we need to do is just click on it. Oh, let's check it out. East Eastern US, and then see everything flashes. It looks really good. It looks really great. Top management, of course, they're hardly patient with listening to long conversations. They just want to get the solutions and answers like very fast. You can do the same thing for Central US as well. Click on it, changes. So this is simple and easy peasy, and that is actually how to insert and sync your slicer. So I want to still believe that you can hear me. This is just to confirm, and you understand what I just did.
You. Yes.
Yes. Did you also understand as well?
Yeah, I do understand. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. If you have any questions, please feel free to raise your hand and, of course, share your food for me. Thank you.
Thanks,
so we're
Joan.
just going to jump.
Can you repeat? I just missed a few points there.
Okay. What would you like me to repeat, please?
Like how to sync the other page with the sales analysis on the slicers.
Oh, awesome. So what I said was after inserting your slicer, like we inserted the region slicer, what we just need to do is to go to view tab here, and then we'll click on the sync slicer symbol here, right? So when you click on the sync slicer symbol, you want to make sure that you're syncing this region slicer to all the other pages, which is also profit analysis page and the overview page we have here, okay? So what you just need to do is to click on these two boxes here. Now, if you want the slicer to appear on other pages, what you need to do is just enable this button. Showing this I symbol here shows that you want the region slicer to actually appear on the other pages. Do you understand it now?
Sure, thanks.
Awesome, you're welcome. All right, so we're going to jump right into the next one. Just go back to my PowerPoint. Yes. So, I mean, we've talked about slices already, so we're going to jump into bookmarks. I just put up like, I mean, or if you need to understand what slicers do, I mean, slicers give a user-friendly approach when displaying filters on the report canvas or dashboard. As I explained. So this is, of course, a screenshot of the Power BI interface showing where you can get your slicer from, which is this circled in this red pen here. Okay, and yeah, next. So bookmarks. What are bookmarks? This is the bookmark symbol, actually. The bookmarks allows you to save a particular view on a report canvas. I want you to just see it as a feature that provides perspective and context, okay? Remember slicer is like a filter, but it's like kind of a very user-friendly filter, right? And it's less complicated than using a filter. But a bookmark is a feature that provides perspective and context. If you want to see the top selling products from the US Superstore, you can actually create a bookmark for that. So if you're actually presenting to top management and you want to actually show these numbers and how this number or data, what it looks like, what you just need to do is to create a bookmark and switch it or tag it to a visual and then present it. Easy peasy. So inserting and configuring bookmarks. Now, if you want to insert your bookmark, all you need to do is to go to your insert tab right here. And I'm just going to do that, of course. I'm going to do the hands-on, but I just want to show you what it looks like. So you go to insert and you click on bookmarks here. I hope you can see my cursor. You can click on bookmark here. There are two ways to do it. You can either go to the button area to do that, or you can just go straight to it right now, just for you to see what it looks like. All right, so we go to the insert, right? And we have bookmarks. So we click on a bookmark. Awesome. Something appears here, a visual appears here. This is it. This is what it looks like here. Now you can choose to go through this way, right? Or you can choose another method. Well, now I'm going to show you the other method. You go to your View tab, and then you click on Bookmarks. It appears. So prior to this time, I've actually already created some bookmarks here, which is the top selling segments, the profit overview, and the sales overview, the different bookmarks. But right now, we are just going to do the sales overview together. I'm just going to delete this, and we jump right in. So what you just need to do is to add a bookmark. You click on Add here. What happens? Something comes up. Bookmark 3. Now, you rename it. We'll call it Sales Overview. Awesome. Just going to close this. All right, so this is our sales overview bookmark. It has already been created, but it has not been enabled yet. So what do we need to do? Let's go to our overview page. So this overview page, oops, so this actually appeared when I was working then. So this overview page actually shows us all a combination of the sales analysis and the profit analysis together. That's what I have here. So sometimes you can decide, well, while you're presenting and you don't want to go through all the tabs, what you can just do is to build an overview page. So it's just like a one-stop for everything you've created, for all your visuals that you've created. And then you can also put a bookmark there. So now we're going to create a sales bookmark for that, the sales overview bookmark for that. We already have our profit bookmark. I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'll just click on the bookmark again. Let me click on profit overview so you can see the change. As you can see, something actually changed here. It's showing only the profit overview, what we need to see. And you can see the total profit, you can see the count of customers, you can see the sum of profit by category and the sum of sales by profit. We are going to create our sales overview. Yeah, what do we do? Yes, so we jump into this. What we just need to do is to hide the profit, the visuals for the profit analysis. That's what we need to do. It's super easy. What you just need to do is to look at this symbol here, which is showing the vision symbol, of course, and then hide all the visuals that we do not need. So by the click of a button, our sales overview will just flash. So right now we're going to hide the profit visuals. I'll start from here. I'm hiding this one. Okay. I'm gonna hide. Let me just hide this one as well. We're gonna hide this one as well. And we're just gonna leave the rest of this. Yes. So now we have done that already. And we just click on the ellipsis here. So an ellipsis is the three buttons you see on the side of the sales overview. You click on the ellipsis here. Okay. Disable data, and then you update. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Just have to go back. Just give me a moment, please. I was meant to be on the sales overview page, actually. So we're back to the sales overview page. Click on here and then give me a moment, please. Just redo it again quickly. Sales overview. And then we're just going to hide what we don't need. We'll hide these two cards here. We'll hide the sum of the profit. And we'll hide this one as well. Okay. Sum of profit by category. And we go to the ellipsis here, just as we did the last time. Disable data and update. So this is it. Now, all you need to do is just click on profit, and we have our profit overview. We click on sales, and we have our sales overview. So if you're actually doing a presentation and your boss asks you, hey, so what's the total sales we had in 2014, for example, or through the years from 2014 into 2018 for US superstores? All you just need to do is to click here, and you can see that we had a total sales of 1.26 million. And if you want to know the profit we had in that time, we just click on profit overview, and we can see that we had a profit overview of 1,500, over 1,500K total profit. So I hope that is very explanatory. And if you have any questions, please don't fail to ask them. Thank you. We're just going to jump right into the next one if there are no questions. I'm just going to give you a few seconds. If there are any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay, so in the absence of any question, I want to just also try something extra, try something extra, still with buttons. So there are different buttons that we have in, we have the left arrow button, right arrow button, reset button, back button, information help. You can choose to configure these buttons however you wish to configure them. I'm going to do something on our title page right now, just to show you how buttons work. So I'm going to use the text box and also use the button. So we're going to go to the title page. This is our title page that was created. And if you notice, we have a text box up here saying US Superstore Analysis. And we also have our sales analysis navigator button. So we're going to use a navigator button. This is going to be a page navigator button. If I click on this right here, for you to click on a button, you have to press your control first, and then you click. Press my control and I click, and it took me to the sales analysis dashboard. So I'm going to teach you how to make or how to create your own profit analysis button on the title page. Yes. So the first thing you need to do is just go to your Insert tab, click on the text box. The text box appears. Voila, looking very good. And we'll just write profit analysis in it. So see. Give it a great font size, Font 20. I just chose font 20 because I think that's what I worked with the last time. So we'll click on that and we'll type in profit analysis. And you adjust your text box to look good. Always about the visuals looking good and user-friendly. So it's one thing to be able to know how to ETL your data, that's extract, transform your data. It's another thing to also know how to give really nice visuals that are easy on the eyes. Just do it this way, and we can choose to, we can choose to bolden it up if we want to. Awesome. So right now we have our text box with profit analysis in it. But if I click on it, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Why? I have not enabled the button to it yet. So I'm just going to enable a button to it right now. So what are we going to do? All we need to do is to click on a blank button here. Out of all the buttons we have here, you can just click on blank. And your blank button appears here. This is it here. It's a blank button. It's not been configured yet. So you just drag this up here. You adjust it to fit the size of the text box you had created earlier. Oh, this is looking good. This is looking good. And then you action it, enable it. So here, and you just click on format. This is the button here, and you go to this in the format visual button. We're trying to format the blank button. You just click on action here. You turn it on. When you turn it on, something comes up. It tells you it asks you, what kind of action type do you want? Do you want it as a bookmark? Do you want it as a page navigator? What exactly do you want it as? So I'm just going to select page navigation. And where's the destination? So if you click on the blank button, where would you want it to take you on profit analysis? It's easy and amazing as that. And then if I go back and I click on it, of course, you press your control key while at it, takes me straight up into the profit analysis page. So I hope this was understandable. Can I get a confirmation, please? Hello?
Yes, it's clear, John. One question I have,
Yeah.
setting on the destination,
Okay.
and what kind of action you want to put, like we chose page navigator, but how do we set, like there is also a list bookmark? Is it similar with the way you explained before or different? Like on the list there is bookmarks. So what is the
Okay,
use
so
of the bookmark there? Thanks.
hold on. Let me just take us back there. Okay, so this is the bookmark. Now, you can use the bookmark if you want it to be a bookmark instead. That is just, let's assume, it depends on what you actually want to create. I chose to create a page navigation button. If I want to make it a bookmark, I can choose to make it a bookmark still on the same title page or within the other pages we have here. I could choose to put it in here, just create a bookmark somewhere around here and action it or configure it to the bookmark. What you need to do is what? You just go up, go down, go here, you click on bookmark, you're typing anything you want to, or if you want to leave it here, you want to, make it look good, change the color according to your company colors, but just make sure to configure it that you have to get to the action button here on the format visual area, on the format visual pane, and then you click on bookmark. And so when you use it or when you apply it, when you press your control, then it works. So let me just do that here. Let me see. Let me see, I created a bookmark for top selling segment. It's for this one. If I click on it, it shows me the top selling segment. Now, this top selling segment is a bookmark that I had created already, just to show the top selling segments across all the US superstores. But right now, all I did was just infix the button here, which I can choose to adjust, format and whichever way I wanted the color and everything. And then just action. The main thing is just the action. Oh, don't forget your action button. When you click on the action button, you say type bookmark, the bookmark top selling segments. So when you just click on it, it takes you to top selling segments. Is it understood, Ashinafi?
Yes, sure. Thanks, John.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, I think let's just go back to title page. Yeah, so this is our sales analysis and this is our profit analysis. We're done with that, but I just want to do one last thing, maybe actually unimportant, but I think it's just great that we have a great visual. So if you notice, we actually used the blue font color for the sales analysis. We'll just do the same thing for the profit analysis, just to make it look good. And I'll go to my font here, and I'm just going to choose this navy color. And then drag our blank button into it. And it will actually be great to also make this our button here to make it look transparent, so we don't see it. Okay. So what we do to click on here, you go to your, let's see, no, there's no style. Excuse me. You go to the effects and we can just choose to add a shadow to it. Okay. And turn off our borders. Excuse me. Shape. This rectangle already. Perfect. Compress. Yes, I'm just trying to find exactly where to turn off the transparency. So it just looks without. A few seconds, please. Thanks. Yes, so this is the border. Exactly, that's what I'm looking for. So this is it. So for our bottom bookmark, we already have like a border here, and we don't want it to show. So what we just need to do is just click on this border here, disable it, that's it, and it goes off. And if you notice, we don't have the borders here. So we have like a very, very neat, nice looking, user-friendly report dashboard. We just click on it again, it takes us to the profits. Amazing. I had also created a back button. You can do the same thing for a back button. I have created a back button here already. So if I click on this back button, it takes us to the sales analysis page. I'm just going to click on it just to show you, just for context. And you can see it's taking us to the sales performance dashboard. So thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this short session. And yes, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you. Sheriff?
All right, thank you, John. That's very interesting. Let me turn on my camera again. So that's very interesting. Thank you for that wonderful session. I believe we all appreciate it, and even though it's a short time, but we believe that there's still more to come on this platform. So I would not know if there's any question from anyone in the audience. Do we have any question?
Sharif, I don't have a question, but I would also like to thank Joan. This is very wonderful session. I learned a lot. This is very interactive. So I really enjoyed personally. So is there any kind of group or on WhatsApp where we can get updates for the upcoming sessions? So is there any way or kind of platform where we will be part of it? Thanks.
Well, okay, thank you for that question. I was going to talk about it as well. So yes, there's a WhatsApp channel, a WhatsApp group that we have for DUG Lagos, and we share information there. Also, because you RSVP'd to this session via Meetup, so you are already a member that way. And anytime we schedule another meeting of such like this, so you will definitely get an email, notifying you. And also, I'm going to drop the link to the WhatsApp on this chat as well, so that you can join the WhatsApp channel. But before I drop the link to the WhatsApp channel, I'm dropping a link now. So the link is for us to it shouldn't take maybe up to 5 minutes. I don't think so. It shouldn't take more than that, I believe. So to help us fill this form for John for what the training that she just took. So it's a feedback form to help John know how she did on the on this training, and also it helps her as an MCT to advance even more as a professional in what she does. So please, you can help us fill this form now, and I'm going to drop the WhatsApp link as well. So, but you can please just go ahead for every one of us in this meeting. You can just go ahead and click that link and help us fill the form to, you know, give feedback for what we have enjoyed from Joan, you know, this afternoon. Also, I'm dropping the WhatsApp link right now. Okay, so I just dropped the WhatsApp link as well to the channel that we have, you know. So yeah, so one other thing to also note is that we have a variety of sessions, you know, lined up for this year. So we have we'll be having some sessions on Power Platform, say maybe Power Apps. We'll be having some other session on customer engagement. We'll be having some other session on Business Central, both the functional and technical aspect of Business Central. And yeah, we'll also be having some session that actually combines all of these things together so that we can see how these, you know, platforms actually interconnect with each other. Say, for example, we built this dashboard or report, and then we want to connect it with we want to bring this report into Business Central so that we can see how we are doing. We can use the Business Central, you know, platform as our data set, and then we build our report from there, and then we bring the report also back into Business Central so that we can have, you know, and that's just the essence of ERP. So we can have, you know, all our system, our processes, you know, all in one app instead of going or navigating from one application to another. And that's the beauty of this thing. And we also look at how we can, you know, connect Power Apps. We build application on Power Apps and connect it back to Business Central. So we look at how we can integrate all of these platforms together. So this is coming up in subsequent sessions. So it's not just going to be only Power Apps alone. So we have a lot, you know, stacked up. So thank you for the question. So look forward to
Sharif,
having more of such.
yeah, I couldn't get the chat box. Maybe I don't know. I'm using Teams, Microsoft Teams. Is that I can't see the chat and the link you provided.
Oh, can anyone else confirm that?
Yes, I can see the link.
Okay. All right. So
Oh,
perhaps let's see.
okay. If he could, another thing ways, I mean, if he can't see it, if he could drop his, I don't know, his number, or let me just, I could drop my number, or Sherry, if you could drop any, I don't know how we're going to go about it now. And then we can just send him a link, a direct WhatsApp link. If that's okay.
Okay. All right. And can you type on the chat? Is it possible?
Is it okay if he's comfortable with that? Or like we could type
Yeah,
our number instead.
I can't see the chat box. I can't get. Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's let me see. Yeah, let me see.
Sorry, I can't see the chat either. If you don't join, if you join as a guest, I guess you won't be able to see the chat.
Okay. Yeah, that would be some settings. Let me see if I can bring that up now. Can present.
Okay, so while Sherif is actually working on that, I also like to add that we have other social media handles as well. We have a social media handle on Twitter and on Instagram, and we would have one on LinkedIn soon. So just follow at DUG Lagos, just at DUG Lagos. Lagos is spelled as Lagos. So yes, you find us there. You just see our icon on our display picture, and yes, you can also join in as well. That means, and we're going to be posting whenever we have trainings. You're going to see it there. There's going to be a lot of other exciting things you see as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. All right, so here's where we would draw the curtain for today. So thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you, Ashinafi. Thank you, Oladimeji Samuel. Thank you, Oluwatobi. And thank you, Joan, for that wonderful session. Please do have a very nice, weekend for yourself. Thanks everyone, and bye.
Thank you so much, Sharif and Joan. Awesome.
Thanks.
Happy weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you. All right.
Okay,
Sherry,
so
just me and you here.
let me stop recording.